Hello everyone and welcome back to Cute Crochet. My name is Sri and today I am going to be showing you how to make African flower motifs. They are these hexagonal floral patterns that you can then join together to make anything you want. They make really pretty scarves, hats, sweaters, shawls, blankets or even bags or stuffed animals. I have made a very colorful table runner here to use up all of my scrap yarn. I like to use 3 different colors for each of my hexagons so that the center, the petals and the outline is very clearly visible, and then finally I make the outer edge in the same color for all of the hexagons to make it very cohesive. In this video I am going to be showing you how to make one individual hexagon, and in the next video I am going to show you how to join them all together to make anything you want. So let's get started. This is a true scrap busting project because each individual hexagon requires very little yarn, especially for the centers and for the outlines. I mean, where else are you going to use up these tiny scraps that you inevitably have left after every project? Just make sure that all of the scraps are roughly of the same weight and texture. I'm going to start with the center. For the center, you would want to use up your smallest scrap. The scrap is especially small, so I hope it's going to be enough. Start by making a magic circle. To do that, take your yarn and loop it up and over your finger like so, forming a cross in the front. Insert your hook underneath the cross. Take the yarn from the other side and pull through. Yarn over and pull through the loop on your hook, and that completes your magic circle. You are going to work into this one now. If you have difficulty working with magic circles, then you can also start by making a chain 4 and form a ring that way and then work into that. I have discussed that process in my granny square video. A card for that video will pop up in this corner, and also I am going to leave a link of that video in the description down below. Start by making 3 chains. This is going to act as your first double crochet. Then make one more double crochet into that magic circle. To do that, yarn over, insert your hook into the magic circle and pull up a loop. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2, and that completes one double crochet stitch. This African flower motif is mainly going to be made out of double crochets with a few single crochets here and there. Chain 1 and make 2 more double crochets into that magic circle. Since we are making a 6-sided pattern, we are going to have to make these 2 double crochet clusters for a total of 6 times. So 4 more times. Chain 1, then 2 more double crochet into that magic circle. Chain 1 again and 2 double crochet. And do this 2 more times. After making the last 2 double crochet, chain 1 and then slip stitch on top of that 3rd chain of the first chain 3. Chain 1, and I don't have to snip the yarn because it's already so small. Cinch the circle in the middle by pulling on this tail. And this is why I like to use a magic circle. Then you can make the center as small as you want. But if you are using the chain 4 method, then you will have a small hole that will remain in the center. But that's okay, that won't make a difference if you prefer that look. And this is the center of the African flower. So that was round 1. For round 2, you would want to join a new color. To join, I like to take my yarn and wrap it on my crochet hook like this. and then make a slip knot into one of the chain 1 spaces and just like that it's joined. Start with the chain 3. This will act as your first double crochet and also bring you up to the right height. Then I am going to be working over this tail and I am going to be making one more double crochet into this same space. Chain 2 for the corner and 2 more double crochet into that same space. Chain 1 for a spacer, and then into the next chain 1 space make 2 double crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochet. That makes your second corner. Chain 1 again and do the same thing into the next chain 1 space. And I like to work over my tails, that way I have less to weave in later. Here you will see you have already started to form a hexagonal shape. Continue to make this for 3 more times for a total of 6, and always chain 1 in between. After making the last corner, chain 1 for the spacer and then slip stitch on top of the third stitch of the first chain 3. And that brings you to the end of round 2. Round 3 is going to be worked using the same colors, so there is no need to change colors for this round. Slip stitch into the next stitch again, and then slip stitch into the chain 2 space. Then you will start to work on round 3. Chain 3 to start. This will act as your first double crochet. Then you are going to make 6 more double crochet into this chain 2 space. So including the first chain 3, we have 7 double crochet and it forms a very nice petal shape. Chain 1 for a spacer and make 7 double crochet into the next chain 2 space. Chain 1 again, and then continue to make 7 double crochet in each of these chain 2 spaces for a total of 6 petals. Don't forget to make the chain 1 spacer in between 2 petals. Once you have finished doing the last petal, chain 1 again and then slip stitch on top of the third stitch of the first chain 3. Chain 1, leave a tail for sewing in and snip the yarn. And that finishes round 3. For round 4 we are going to change colors again. This round also requires very little yarn. Wrap your yarn over your crochet hook like this and then slip stitch to join into the first double crochet of any of the petals. Then directly work one single crochet into that same stitch To make a single crochet, insert your hook into that stitch and pull up a loop. You will have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2. Continue to make single crochets like this into the remaining 6 double crochets. Notice that I have again walked over my tail. The next stitch is going to be a spike single crochet. To do that, you are going to insert your hook into this space instead of this space. So go all the way down, take the yarn from the other side and pull it up. That will make a long stitch. Then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on your hook. That makes a long dividing stitch. This is called a spike stitch. Then again continue to make 7 single crochet on top of this petal, and I am also going to work over this tail. Then again we are going to make a spike stitch. Go all the way down and pull up a long loop, yarn over and pull through 2. That way what we are doing is that we are outlining each petal very nicely. Continue to repeat this all the way around for all 6 petals. After making the last spike stitch, slip stitch into the first single crochet. Chain 1, leave a tail for sewing in and snip the yarn. For round 5, join the color for your border on top of one of the spike stitches. Chain 3 to act as your first double crochet. Then I am going to do 3 more double crochet into the next 3 stitches, working over that tail. In the next stitch, I am going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Then I am going to make 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches. I am also going to work over this tail. Then in the next stitch you are again going to make 1 double crochet, chain 1 and 1 double crochet. Then again 1 double crochet in the next 7 stitches. And continue in the same way all the way around. Once the round is complete, slip stitch on the 3rd stitch of the first chain 3, chain 1, leave a long tail to weave in and snip the yarn. Since I have walked over all of my tails, I only have the center one and this edge one remaining, which I am going to weave in using a smaller crochet hook. And this is the completed African flower motif. In my next video, I am going to show you a method of joining the African flowers together to form a project. it is going to be a join as you go method. So you would want to start with a whole African flower like this, but then leave the other African flowers in this form and then create the border at the time of joining. I will explain more about this in the next video, so do check that one out. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.